Hey up folks, I've just come out for an evening walk or hike to test out this new rucksack I've got. I've just come to Milldale and I'm hoping to follow the river down all the way to the Dovedale stepping stones and then back up again. Yeah, that's why I brought the bag out with me. Should be a good test for it to see how comfortable it is. I've loaded it up with all the stuff that I normally take with me on a wild camp. So I've got my helm on, tent, my X-Ped Sim Mat 7, 2 litres of water, basically everything that I normally take in my Osprey Kestrel 48. And I'm going to put some miles in with it and see how comfortable it is. When I get to the end of here, I'll stop for a drink and something to eat as well, and I'll show you it in a bit more detail, show you all the features it's got. It's made by 3F UL Gear, who make the Lanshan tents that a lot of people use. It's a frameless bag, so it's really light. I think it's about 800 grams, but I'll put it on the screen because I can never remember. So yeah, it's half the weight of the Osprey Kestrel 48. It's waterproof as well. And yeah, like I say, I'll stop rambling and I'll show you features in more detail and let you have a proper look at it later. Right, see you in a bit. I think my last couple of videos, I've either done them in the garden or in my room at home. Feels like I've not filmed outside for ages. So I'm just filming everything, ducks and stupid stuff that you see all the time. So I'm not sure how much will make it into the final edit, but apologies in advance. But if you've never been here before, down to Milldale, definitely recommend it. It's pretty much a totally flat walk from Milldale down to Dovedale. Dovedale gets mega busy because you've got the stepping stones there and Thorpe Cloud and all the kind of touristy things. So you're probably better off parking up in Milldale, pottering around there and then having a walk down this way to Dovedale on busy days, especially at weekends and stuff like that. So just a quick sit rep on the bag, I guess. Just over 1.8 miles in. And one of the things with it being frameless is there's obviously no structure to it and no support on the back. So what they recommend is that you put your own sleep mat on the back to give you some cushioning and some support. Now I don't use the folding foam sleep mat, but I do use a cut down Caramel sleep mat as my sit mat. So I've just put that at the back. The other thing that means is you can obviously have no kind of structure to keep the bag away from your back, to let air flow through it and all that kind of stuff, like you get on a lot of the Osprey bags and the other kind of mid to high end bags. So this mat that I've got at the back has been pressing up against my back, which has made me sweat quite a lot. I am quite a sweaty person anyway, but like I say, 1.8 miles in, this is a bit ridiculous. But it is August, it is quite humid, so yeah, I don't think this would be a mild or hot weather climate bag for me. But it might be suitable for winter because it is waterproof as well. Well, it claims to be waterproof. I need to test that. But anyway, I'll carry on and bring you back in a bit. Right, let me find somewhere away from all those screaming kids if I can. I'll show you this bag and get something to eat and a drink. Well, I'm one sweaty mess. Here it is. It's the 3F UL Qi Dian or QiDian or QiDian or something like that anyway. Like I say, it's a frameless pack. So if I turn it around, you'll see I've put a bit of the Caramel sleep mat in the back there, and you get these straps to hold it in. It goes into a pocket at the bottom. It's designed for putting a full sleep mat in, so usually this is only 2 layers thick, but I think with a full sleep mat you get 4 layers. But just in terms of the features, You get two really decent sized pockets on each side. And there's a massive pocket all the way down the front bit as well. So I've got my waterproof coat in there at the minute. And there's compression straps everywhere. So there's one that goes across the front. There's two at the top of each side. There's one sort of in the middle, just with a pocket on each side. And there's one that goes across the top as well. Like I say, it's a roll top bag. In terms of the size, I mean, it's massive. Obviously you can fill it up as much as you want, and then you roll it down to compress it down to size according to what you've got in it. It's advertised as a 46 litre, but it feels like it's a lot bigger than that. Certainly a lot of scope to add more than that. I think it's a 46 plus 10 or plus 15 or something, and that's what that extra bit is there. Inside, it's pretty much just a big open cavity. You've got one pocket that I've got, my bug net, a little BCB stove and a few bits and bobs in, but that's pretty much it, and everything else is just an open cavity. So very different compared to what I'm used to. If you see my other videos, you'll see I use the Osprey Kestrel 48, and that's got loads of little pockets and side pockets and pockets for your tent poles and all that kind of stuff. This is pretty much one big bag, throw everything in, roll it down, and away you go. It does mean that it's harder to access things. So again, with the Kestrel 48, you've got the zip down the side so you can get to things easier. You've got a zip at the bottom to put your sleeping bag or tent separately. So it's just getting used to it really, I suppose. In terms of materials, it's made from a 210D nylon with this, what they call, I think it's UHM WPE material running through it. That's these white lines that give it loads and loads of extra strength. It's basically as strong as steel. Yeah, the material feels really thick. The stitching all looks decent. The bag feels really well made. I haven't got any concerns yet about sort of quality or anything like that. Like I say, my main concern at the minute is how sort of sweaty it's made me. It took me a while as well to get it fitted right. I've been adjusting the straps as I've gone along, but you get that with any bag. Just to be clear as well on this, I was sent it for free from James at Camper Lists. Again, if you see my previous videos, you'll see that he sent me a tent before and I've reviewed that. He sells all kinds of bags and tents on his website, from 3F UL and Nature Hike and others as well. Prices are competitive compared to AliExpress, but from Camper Lists they do ship by airmail, so you get things usually within a week rather than waiting, 2 or 3 months. And the price from Camper Lists for this is £71, and it's about £10 delivery. I say about because all their prices are in dollars, so at the minute it's £81 delivered to your door. There's no extra taxes to pay, which is important to know because you do get that from time to time from AliExpress. Your thing turns up and you've got to pay charges to actually receive it. So there's none of that. It's £81 to your door. So it's not the cheapest rucksack by any means, but these frameless ultralight packs can go easily into the hundreds of pounds. So if you're looking for something like this, it's definitely worth checking this out. Right, I'm going to get my stove out. Nothing exciting today. I'm having a tomato mozzarella pasta pot. Right, that's me fed and watered. Goes without saying, I've cleaned up after myself and left no trace. That's Thorpe Cloud up there. Dovedale stepping stones down the bottom. So I'm going to head down that way, head back up towards Milldale now. So obviously I've got the bag back on. We'll do another 3 miles and then I'll give you a final verdict on the comfort and what I think to the bag. So I know I said earlier it was a flat path from Milldale to Dovedale. I forgot about this little bit here. Just before you get to Thorpe Cloud, you come away from the river and up this slope here, and you can see it goes up to the top there, and then after that it goes back down to the river. But that's the only kind of up and down bit, and it's not too bad. It's quite slippy though. I won't want to walk down here when it's wet, not with these boots on anyway. Right, so I'm almost back in Milldale now and I'm a sweaty mess. In terms of a verdict on the rucksack, I have to be honest, and I will always be honest on this channel, it's killed me. As I said earlier, I've only done 6 miles and my back is killing. And I've only had 9 kilos of weight in there. and obviously less on the way back because that included my water. I've done the same distance and even further with the Osprey rucksack with 11 or 12 kilos and not even felt it. So I've either got it fitted to me wrong, got the straps just as wrong, or I've packed it wrong. I put all the heavy stuff to the bottom and towards my back, which I think is what you're meant to do. I'm not giving up on it. I will try it again. I think it's more of a winter bag. So when we're all wearing big thick coats again, I'll give this another go. So yeah, if you're looking for one bag and you're only going to have one bag, I would go for the Osprey Kestrel 48 over this. But if you're looking for a lightweight frameless bag and you want to try something at the budget end of those kind of products, it's probably worth a look. But yeah, like I say, I'll stick with it for a little bit, try it another couple of times, and then obviously report back on the channel. So I'll stick a link to Camper List below. Like I say, even if this rucksack's not for you, you can go and check out the other rucksacks they've got and the tents they've got as well. If you like these kind of gear reviews, I'll stick a link to my last one here. Click subscribe if you want to see any new ones, and I'll catch you in the next one.